Hey everybody, this is GGB. Today we're going to be doing the first episode of College Basketball Upset of the Day series. Hope you guys are excited. For those of you who are new to the channel, which I guess a decent amount of you are, when college football season's coming to a close, I start my college basketball series because I got to keep it going somehow. So I really like college basketball. This is probably going to be what we're going to have on the channel after bowl season, after NFL playoffs. Is going to be a lot of college basketball. So if you guys are college basketball fans, so here's how the series normally works. So I have a week. I have to get up to 4 points. I'll explain the point system real quick. So every day I pick an upset of a top 25 team. If there's not a top 25 team playing, I have to pick an upset over a Power 5 team. That's normally how it works. That's how the rules go. So if there's no upsets in a given day, I get half a point. So while that's good, but if there's no upsets for an entire week, I only get 3.5 points. I have to get to 4 points to not have to do the dare. And then the dare is just like whatever anyone wants me to do in the comment section. I'll actually do a post probably about this. I'll be like, comment any dares you want below. The most upvoted dare gets to be what I do in the video. So basically, if there's no upsets, you get half a point. If I pick a correct upset, that's 1 point. And if I pick the biggest upset of the day, it's 1.5 points. So that's how it works. If I get to 4 points at the end of the week, I don't have to do a dare or a challenge. And if I don't get to 4 points, I have to do a challenge. It's the basic rules of college basketball upset of the day. I hope you guys are excited for it. So this is the first episode we did. I know there's college basketball last week, and I could have done it. But I was pretty busy, and I just thought this would be a better week to start because there's more games that are important. At 8 o'clock, we got Oral Roberts, who's 1-1, traveling to number 3, Houston, who's 2-0. Houston's favored by 20.5 points on ESPN+. 8 o'clock, we got UNC. Actually, not UNC. Northern Colorado, who's 1-1, traveling to number 5, Baylor, who's 2-0. Baylor favored by 28 points on ESPN+. At 8 o'clock, we got Northwestern State, who's 1-2, traveling to number 15, TCU, who's 2-0. TCU favored by 24.5 points on ESPN+. 8 o'clock, we also have Louisiana Tech, who's 1-0, traveling to number 23, Texas Tech, who's 2-0. Texas Tech favored by 12.5 points on ESPN+. 9 o'clock, we got Holy Cross, who's 1-1, traveling to number 10, Creighton, who's 2-0. Creighton favored by 30.5 points on CBS Sports Network. 9 o'clock, we have Monmouth, who is 0-2, traveling to number 19, Illinois, who's 2-0. Illinois favored by 27.5 points on the Big Ten Network. And at 10 o'clock, we have Norfolk State, who's 2-1, traveling to number 8, UCLA, who's 2-0. UCLA favored by 21 points on the Pac-12 Network. This is going to be a very good candidate for half a point. Now, tomorrow's going to be the more interesting of the 2 days, and as the season goes on, obviously there's going to be like top 25 games that are interesting almost every day. But today we have a lot of top 25 teams playing and not a lot of chances at upsets. There are some I would like to draw your attention to. The first one that popped up to me is Northwestern State at number 15, TCU. TCU is 15th in the nation, but I know you remember on the first opening night or something like that, it was either opening night or the second night of college basketball, TCU was almost upset by University of Arkansas Pine Bluff. So, I mean, that is a team that is struggling at the moment. It's not playing the best basketball it could, and that is a very viable candidate for college basketball upset of the day. So it was between that and the other 8 o'clock matchup, number 23, Texas Tech, which is also a good sign that they're almost outside of the top 25, which is a very good sign for me. I would rather not pick a top 10 team to lose to like Oral Roberts or Northern Colorado. And while Oral Roberts has proven that they can do stuff in March Madness, I'd rather not pick them against Houston. I'd rather not pick Northern Colorado against Baylor, like top 10 teams. And there's 4 top 10 teams playing today. The only teams outside of the top 10 is TCU, Illinois, and Texas Tech. TCU is a very viable candidate. I don't think in Illinois you could look at, but Monmouth's 0-2. Louisiana Tech is a perfect candidate, and this is why I'm picking the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are going to be my upset of the day. I understand it's not the greatest chance in the world, but you look at the spread, it's only 12.5 point dogs, which is serious dogs. Like, they're not exactly supposed to play them close. But look at everyone else. It's 21's the lowest one after that, or 20.5, I guess, is the lowest one after that. And it's just like, that makes it an easier choice. Texas Tech is the below part of the top 25. That makes it an easier choice. And Louisiana Tech isn't playing bad basketball right now. They're 1-0, and I understand the 1-0 is not against the greatest team in the world, but Louisiana Tech is typically a team that you're not a Power 5 team, but they're in a solid conference. They normally play decent basketball. They're not the worst team in the world. That's why I'm going to go Louisiana Tech to pull off the upset on the road against Texas Tech.